What up, guys? Your boy Quake, and Joe Budden has been getting a lot of backlash for the things he said about Eminem's Revival album. Yesterday, Eminem released the official remix to his Chloroseptic song off the Revival album, and on the remix, he decided to put the original 2 Chainz verse that was on the original track but eventually got removed, and Fresher got a full verse on the track, and Eminem ended up spitting at the end of the song and decided to spit a new verse. And on this verse, he's going at all the people that doubted him when he released this album and all the people that were saying his album was trash. Now, for the most part, on Eminem's verse, most of these bars can be directed at anyone because a lot of people dislike this album. Majority of the public dislike this album. I didn't like it, and I know a bunch of other people didn't as well. So that's usually not the case with Eminem. Whenever he releases an album, it's usually majority like it and a few dislike it. But on this case, it was different. And on these few lines on this verse, it's clear that he's going at Joe Budden directly for his thoughts on the album. On these few bars, he says, "Y'all saw the track list and had it fit before you heard it. So you formed your verdict while you sat with your arms crossed." Now, for those that don't know, Joe Budden and DJ Academics had an episode on Everyday Struggle where they talked about if Eminem's Revival track list was trash or fire. And this is before the album came out. I even had made a video about the track list, if I liked it or not, and a lot of people had pre-assumptions to it. But, I mean, it's clear that Joe Budden was the most vocal for this, and the fact that Joe Budden has some ties with Eminem, I'm sure Eminem saw this and watched it and was very disappointed. And since the album has come out, Joe Budden has been very clear, even on Revolt, that Eminem's Revival album is trash. He does not like it, and I'm on the same boat with him. I think it's a terrible album, and it's okay for Eminem to drop a bad album. He's human. It happens to every artist. Now, after the Chloroseptic remix dropped and people heard the verse, Bizarre from D12 decided to send shots at Joe Budden, saying that he's disloyal and that he should never bite the hand that feeds him. Bizarre and Joe Budden were exchanging a few tweets. Joe Budden then responded to one of Bizarre's tweets saying, "Biz, I love you. I will also beat the dog shit out of you in Detroit." Bizarre said, "Make sure you keep that same energy, Joe Budden. Don't get quiet now, you fucking clown." He tweeted, "Never bite the hand that feeds you. I never like to do anyway, chump." And then he posted a few things on Instagram, and in the caption he said, "This disloyal bitch ass homie Joe Budden talking shit. We should have never let you come around the squad, and we should have let Swift punch y'all ass when he had the chance." Royce the 5'9" even responded on Instagram by simply putting the Chloroseptic remix picture up and then put the eye emoji in the caption. And Royce the 5'9" is closer to Eminem than Joe Budden or anyone else. He's part of Slaughterhouse as well, so I'm sure he's having a lot of discussions with Eminem, and I'm sure Joe Budden as well. 50 Cent then decided to get on Instagram this morning and simply posted a picture of Joe Budden and said, "That was a bad idea. Look, you got a little ass whipping coming. It's not a big deal. You will get over it." Bizarre also hopped on IG Live to talk about the situation, so check that out right here.
Okay. Everyday Struggle comes out. Joe Budden's, he's hilarious. I watch the shows every motherfucking day. I feel it. Cool. Joe, you're doing your motherfucking thing. And you tried to hold out on going in on Marshall. When DJ Academics used to ask you all the time, you used to be like, "Oh, you know, I'm signing shady." But then one day, that bipolar, schizophrenic, crazy-ass mind of yours wouldn't allow you to let loose. And you went fucking ballistic. You went fucking crazy. Now, you got your opinion. You don't like the Revival album. Cool. That's cool. You got your opinion. Fuck it, you ain't feeling it. But you went in. "This is the worst fucking album I ever heard in my fucking life." Bro. Shady Records pays your fucking bills, nigga. You got a rebirth. You got re-energized. You got a second chance at life. Because it's shady. You bitch ass, fool ass, bitch loyal, diss ass nigga. What the nigga say on trending day? You a disloyal ass nigga. That's the same nigga that said Sue Surf should be locked up. Ain't Sue Surf your boy? Didn't he sleep on your fucking couch? Wasn't that your man? And you saying he should be locked up? I'm only loyal to Royce the 5'9". Royce is loyal to Marshall. You be feeling yourself. This nigga will diss his own fucking mama for some likes. This nigga is disloyal to anybody. Even Brandon. I said what I had to say, my nigga. I ain't gonna keep going back with you on fourth. I ain't gonna diss you. I ain't gonna go no diss record. You said you would come to Detroit and smack me. Joe Budden, you don't believe that, do you? Do you believe that you can come to Detroit, Michigan, and smack me? Boy, that'll be the motherfucking day. I ain't gotta prove nothing. Our records is flawless, nigga. You know how we get down. We beat niggas up. That's the bottom line. You get beat up. We beat niggas up. You get beat up. Nigga, get another motherfucking steak for your eye. You disloyal, man. And I've been holding it back. And I just can't take it no more, man. Flat out. You think if I make a motherfucking hit movie and become a just big fucking mega star, I'm gonna say fuck Eminem? Do you think Eminem say fuck Dr. Dre? Whenever Dr. Dre call, he there. Do you think 50 Cent say fuck Eminem? Whenever Eminem call, 50 Cent is there, dog. But you know what? You been wanting to say this. You been wanting to say this. Because you have loyalty to no one. And that's it, homies.
Now, after all these threats and stuff, let me talk about why Joe Budden isn't in the wrong. I decided to tweet about this, and we've had a discussion on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm sure we talked about it a little bit. And the people that are saying Joe Budden is in the wrong, their excuse for saying that he's in the wrong is that Joe Budden shouldn't have publicly dismissed Eminem like that or disrespected him, you know, saying his album is trash all over the media outlets that he has. But a lot of people tend to forget Joe Budden is no longer a rapper. If he was a rapper and got interviewed and he started shitting on Eminem's album, it would have been a totally different story. I had someone bring in the analogy of Lloyd Banks. If Lloyd Banks was in the radio interview and he started shitting on 50's album, you know, how would you feel about that? It would have been bad because he's an artist, but Joe Budden is a media personality. He's supposed to be non-biased about it, regardless if he has ties to Shady or anything like that. He's supposed to be non-biased about it because he is a media personality. He's supposed to speak the truth on what he thinks, and it's as simple as that. There's nothing more, nothing less. And people are also saying they were riding the Bizarre wave because Bizarre said that he shouldn't bite the hand that feeds him. Well, when you look at the Shady Aftermath deal that happened with Joe Budden, it's really a deal with Slaughterhouse. He's 1/4 of Slaughterhouse, and Slaughterhouse as a group is signed to Shady, not Joe Budden as a solo artist. There's a huge difference. Joe Budden as a solo artist, whenever he released a project, it was done independently. It was not done under Shady Records at all. So for those saying that Eminem took him under, you know, the label and gave him, you know, more longevity in his career, that's completely false because Slaughterhouse hasn't released an album from Shady since 2012. Joe Budden has been relevant since then and now. I mean, that doesn't make any sense at all. If he's been relevant since 2003 till now, if he was only relevant because he signed to Shady, he wouldn't have been popping at all right now, because the last album they released in 2012, so they would have had some buzz in 2012, and then Joe Budden would have fell off the face of the earth, but that didn't happen. Joe Budden kept releasing projects. He ended up going on reality TV. Now he's becoming a media personality. That's not because of Eminem. That's just because he's deciding to reinvent himself. So with that being said, I see nothing, and I mean nothing, wrong with what Joe Budden said. Eminem does not need more yes men around him. This is why the albums are getting worse and worse, because nobody is telling him the truth on what the music sounds like. Everyone's just saying it's hot, release it. That's it. And it's a shame that 50's riding this same wave. Bizarre's on the same wave. You don't need someone that's a yes man. You need someone that's honest with you, that tells you if something is not hot. And it's a shame that 50, Bizarre, and I'm sure more people under the Shady camp or former artists from the Shady camp still think that, you know, everything Eminem releases is dope and that they shouldn't criticize his music. It's a good thing that Joe Budden is telling him, hey, this is bad. You know, you should really rethink next time when you release an album, drop something that's better. And the fact that he's doing it in public, hopefully it lights a fire under Eminem's ass to release a better album next go around. As you can tell on the Chloroseptic remix, he sounded very frustrated and even sounded a little hungry to prove that he's still this great MC. And we all know Eminem is a great MC. He's a legend. So I hope this lights a fire under his ass, and hopefully the next go around we get something way better. So with that being said, leave a comment below. I want to know what you guys think. What's your take on this? Do you guys think Joe Budden was too harsh publicly? Do you guys think he actually bit the hand that fed him? I personally don't think so, like I said, but leave a comment below. It's great to discuss these type of things, so I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. With that being said, like, share, and definitely subscribe. I do videos like this daily on hip-hop news, who changed the music industry, what happened to, who really won videos, and much, much more. So definitely subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW. Like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.